Good morning, my dear students. Our today's topic is globalization and the Indian economy. As consumers in today's world, some of us have a wide choice of goods and services before us. The latest models of digital cameras, mobile phones, and televisions made by the leading manufacturers of the world are within our reach. Such wide ranging choice of goods in our market is relatively a recent phenomenon. You wouldn't have found such a wide variety of goods in Indian markets even 2 decades back. In a matter of years, our markets have been transformed. How do we understand these rapid transformations? What are the factors that are bringing about these changes? And how are these changes affecting the lives of the people? We shall dwell on these questions in this chapter. Multinational corporations. Until the middle of the 20th century, production was largely organized within countries. What crossed the boundaries of these countries were raw materials, foodstuff, and finished products. Colonies such as India exported raw materials and foodstuff and imported finished goods. Trade was the main channel connecting distant countries. This was before large companies called multinational corporations. A MNC is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation. MNCs set up offices and factories for production in regions where they can get cheap labor and other resources. This is done so that the cost of production is low and the MNCs can earn greater profits. In general, MNCs set up production where it is close to the markets, where there is skilled and unskilled labor available at low cost, and where the availability of other factors of production is assured. In addition, MNCs might look for government policies that look after their interest. Having assured themselves of these conditions, MNCs set up factories and offices for production. The money that is spent to buy assets such as land, building, machines, and other equipment is called investment. Investment made by MNC or a foreign company, a foreign country, is called foreign investment. MNCs set up production jointly with some of the local companies of these countries. The benefit to the local company of such joint production is twofold. First, MNCs can provide money for additional investments like buying new machines for faster production. Second, MNCs might bring with them with the latest technologies of production. But the most common route for MNC investment is to buy up local companies and then to expand production. MNCs with huge wealth can quite easily do so. To take an example, Cargill Foods, a very large American MNC, has bought over smaller Indian companies such as Parak Foods. Parak Foods had built a large marketing network in the various parts of India, where its brand was well reputed. Also, Parak Foods had 4 oil refineries, whose control has now shifted to Cargill. Cargill is now the largest producer of edible oil in India, with a capacity of make 5 million pouches daily. In fact, many of the top MNCs have wealth exceeding the entire budget of the developing country governments. With such enormous wealth, imagine the power and influence of these MNCs. There is another way in which MNCs control production. Large MNCs in developed countries place orders for production with the small producers. Garment, footwear, sports items are examples of industries where production is carried out by a large number of small producers around the world. The products are supplied to the MNCs which then sell these under their own brand names to the customers. These large MNCs have tremendous power to determine price, quality, delivery and labor conditions for these distant producers. Thus, we see that there are a variety of ways in which MNCs are spreading their production and interacting with the local producers in various countries across the globe. By setting up partnership with the local companies, by using the local companies for suppliers, by closely competing with the local companies or buying them up. MNCs are exerting a strong influence on production at these distant locations. As a result, production in these widely dispersed locations is greatly getting interlinked. Foreign trade and integration of markets. For a long time, foreign trade has been the main channel connecting countries. In history, you would have read about the trade routes connecting India and South Asia to markets both in the east and west and the extensive trade that took place along these routes. Also, you would remember that it was trading interest which attracted various trading companies such as the East India Company to India. What then is the basic function of foreign trade? To put it simply, foreign trade creates an opportunity for the producers to reach beyond the domestic markets, that is, markets of their own countries. Producers can sell their produce not only in markets located within the country but can also compete in markets located in other countries of the world. Similarly, for the buyers, import goods produced in other country is one way of expanding the choice of good beyond what is domestically produced. In general, with the opening of trade, goods travel from one market to another. Choice of good in the market rises. Prices of similar goods in two markets tend to become equal, and producers in the two countries now closely compete against each other even though they are separated by thousands of miles. Foreign trade thus result in connecting the markets or integration of markets in different countries. Thank you.